Hello, people. Welcome to Friday. It's been snowing. Most of Britain is covered in blizzards and snow. Even me woke up to the white stuff on the ground, and it snowed most of the day. It's all gone now, of course. But yeah, we had snow. Didn't expect that. All right. The films that I watched this week. I watched a Western from 1951 called Apache Drums. A gambler gets thrown out of a town, but he returns to that town when he finds out that it has come under attack. It's a Western, and unless it's an absolutely fantastic Western, which gets the 9s and 10s, or the shit Westerns that gets the 3 and 4s, most Westerns will get a 6 or a 7. Not a 5, a 6 or 7. This was a 6. A shortish film. I didn't mind it at all. Again, would I watch it again? Probably not, but it was a first watch anyway. Then I watched Elvis. Austin Butler as Elvis. A lot of hype, a lot of talk around this film, and I will say, as a big fan of Elvis, I remember listening to my first Elvis Presley song. Maybe I was 13 or 14. It was In the Ghetto. I can see it now. I thought, who is this? And I loved it. So I love Elvis, and whenever you get films made of him, or all these impersonators, yeah, but they're not Elvis. Austin Butler was as close to Elvis as I've seen. He sounded great. Obviously, he sounds better with some songs than others. Then when he gets older, and I believe they blended Elvis's voice with his, but the mannerisms, the movements was top notch. I thought he was fantastic, and I loved the film. It's a rare film, a rare first watch that gets a 9 out of 10. My favourite film of last year, Tom Hanks as the Colonel. I have my own thoughts and opinions on Tom Parker, regardless of this film, and it still looked like and sounded like Tom Hanks. It did, but a great film, great performance. I loved it. A 9 out of 10. Then, not a first watch, a 1956 science fiction film called Earth versus the Flying Saucers. And yes, flying saucers come to Earth. Ray Harryhausen special effects that really don't look bad. I've seen it before. I give it a 6 out of 10. I have no problem with that at all. Then a film from 2021 called Judas and the Black Messiah. This is based on a true story about an FBI informant who went undercover, or a guy that went into the Chicago Black Panther group and then went to the FBI. I don't know anything about them. So whether it was fact or they twisted things or they changed things, I don't know. But as a film, it was very interesting. I thought another one of those that's more interesting than enjoyable. But I give it a 7. And something completely opposite, I watched an Elvis film, 1961. Blue Hawaii. Yeah, Blue Hawaii. Elvis gets out of the army, goes back to his home. His parents want him to go into the family business. His mother is Angela Lansbury. Quite annoying. But they want him to go into the family business. He doesn't want to, and all that kind of stuff. Apart from a couple of Elvis films, they kind of all follow the same formula, but you watch them because Elvis is in them. Then a film called Catch Me If You Can, 2002. also might have been based on a true story, but Leonardo DiCaprio is a con man, and the FBI, Tom Hanks, are chasing him. Interesting and enjoyable. Just a real good watch. Real good watch. I give that one an 8 from 2002. That was a lot of fun. I like that one. Then a John Wayne film from 1957, Legend of the Lost. This is basically a big adventure in the Sahara Desert. That really isn't as adventurous as what I thought it would be. John Wayne, very watchable, as normal, but just lacked, I don't know, excitement maybe. Anyway, I give that one a 6. Then another Tom Hanks film. I accidentally had a little Tom Hanks marathon. I didn't know it. Castaway. A very good film that I've seen before. I give it an 8 out of 10. Hadn't seen it for a while. For some reason, when I was watching it, I was thinking, this is a Steven Spielberg film. Yet on the front, it says it's a Robert Zemeckis film. Anyway, everyone knows Castaway. Guys on a plane crashes and has to survive on an island with a volleyball called Wilson. That's a great film. And a film from last year, called On the Line. This is Mel Gibson. I like Mel Gibson as an actor, always have. He's a radio host at night, he's a shock jock. And he's doing his show, then he gets a call saying that this guy has got Mel Gibson's wife and kid. And then the film goes on from there. Quite enjoyable. Mel Gibson was very good. Everyone around him, meh. But Mel Gibson was very good, very believable. But then the last 20 minutes, I didn't see any of that shit coming. Maybe other people will, but I didn't see it coming. And then the end, I had an inkling because of what came just before it. But it's a 6 or a 7. I'm not sure which one yet. Only just finished watching it half an hour ago. So, On the Line 2022. A 6 or a 7. Don't know yet. Haven't decided. And of course, watched a couple of Netflix films. Netflix is done. Netflix is gone. No longer have access to Netflix. But I watched a film called Slumberland. This had Jason Momoa. This is about a girl, this little kid. I don't remember exactly. I think her parents have died or her father's died, and she goes to live with her uncle. It's something like that. And when she goes to sleep, she goes into this world called Slumberland, where Jason Momoa is this weird thing, and they go on adventures looking for, I think, diamonds. It's a spectacle. Lots of CGI. Momoa looks like he's having fun, but I wasn't having fun when I watched it. So I give that one a 5 from last year. Then a film, also from last year, called Day Shift. Jamie Foxx, he's a pool cleaner, but that's just a front, because he's a vampire hunter. Goes around hunting vampires. And it also has Scott Adkins. There's a scene with Scott Adkins, another vampire hunter, and Jamie Foxx in this house. That's real cool stuff. But, you know, for what it was, I liked it. I give it a 6. Reminded me of the likes of From Dusk Till Dawn. Not as enjoyable as that, not as good as that. But I liked it. It was fun. I give it a 6 out of 10. And they were the last 2 films that we watched on Netflix. We watched Slumberland together, and I watched Day Shift on my own. So, won't be seeing any more Netflix films in these videos. At least, not for a while. Maybe in the future, who knows. But that might just be it. Indeed, that is it. So there you go. That's everything I've watched this week. I had a little bit too much wine to drink last night. It really didn't make the night go well. But anyway, that is it. That's everything I watched. I'll be back again next week to do it all over again. So stay tuned.